All right.
RR fans, Hollywood fans, this is for you right here. What the hell are you doing in Hollywood?
Oh, I got cats running around in the background and shit. Gotta fix that. Goddamn cats.
The undisputed champion of Black Wrestling Podcasting, the Hard R. Woo!
Hard R Wrestling Podcast. Acknowledge me if you smell what the Hard R Wrestling Podcast is.
I watched it that last match. I did that.
And now it's time. My God, it's time. What? Anyway, we're not gonna start this podcast like this, this broadcast like this. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, your Hard R Wrestling Podcast back in full effect for another week of zestiness and the deceiving behavior and possible sexual assault, but not us doing it, because that's horrible and gross. And don't look at me like that. Don't look at me. Don't give me that look. Yeah, we're here. We're here for another week.
Here for a good time.
Not a long time.
Not a long
baby.
time, but a good time.
Yo, speaking of a good time and not a long time. Yesterday I went to Baltimore Comic-Con. It was fucking awesome. Here's my hat. From this company. It's called Blur.
Man, they found one to fit your head.
Yeah, barely. See, as you can see, it's not quite. But
that Jake is on the last Jake on the back.
It is. It literally is. but it's this cool. I'm not getting paid anything for this, but it's this cool company. It's called Blurred. They represent the Blurred, which is Black nerd culture. People that like, anime, comic books, a bunch of nerd shit, representing. I got this hat from them yesterday. Had a good time. Almost got to meet the person that created Miles Morales.
Shit.
Why am I forgetting his name? Bendis. I forget. What's his first name? Come on, franchise. Bendis. Anyway, that guy. I'll think of it later. But I couldn't because
them over Riddle.
Yeah. Sir, that is, look, we're not okay. Fine. I thought you got this out your system. So what, Mr. Hot, and remember, we're on the air, so we're not, this is not us behind and having locker room talk. Okay, but our good resident alleged weed smoker Riddle, our favorite, said that he was sexually essayed.
Our second favorite cook.
And I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not. But it was alleged that he was. Well, he said himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say he said it. It ain't alleged. He said it.
Yeah, it's not alleged. That he was sexually assaulted. I guess more to that to come. Kind of weird to post that.
For Matt's case, I hope there's not more to come. I hope not.
Oh my God, your choice of word is boy.
He ain't like, no, we ain't doing more to come. This is over.
Speaking of coming, I did want to talk about this beverage I'm drinking right now. I just found you
plugging everybody today, ain't you? Jesus Christ!
Sponsors. Hello. You can fit right here. We can put your shit right here. Here. Listen, actually, this is a negative endorsement. So I was put on. You know who I was put on to this by? Delo.
Probably he whose name we should never mention on the podcast again.
No, not
since
him.
Since we're going there.
No. It was David, Paul. Paul.
Oh, okay.
David,
okay.
Yeah, he put me into this, and because he went to Puerto Rico and bought this back. I was like, man, this shit is fun. This is Hennessy Pure White, right? And that was maybe like 8 years ago. And every year that I have traveled, I try to get some. And every year that shit has gone up. That shit is like probably $800 now. Come to find out though, due to my research on Twitter, my resources on Twitter, Delo.
Yeah.
I found out that this is trash Hennessy. This is Hennessy that did not make the standard cut for here in America. So they sold it overseas and it became such a thing. And gullible people like me picked it up and they just jumped the price up. And I feel let down. I feel like I let the community down. I want to apologize on behalf of the Hard R Wrestling Podcast, on behalf of the African American community and the Hispanic community, which I'm not a part of. I want to apologize for buying into this because this is allegedly trash Hennessy. Is not good.
Sorry, I'm
That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about that.
There's
Anyway.
no more on that one, huh?
No, I'm done. That's my last bottle. I got 2 bottles. I was getting bottles for people. And then, franchise, what's wrong? I want to talk to you because you seem like you're half dead. Are you okay? What's wrong? What happened? Tell us. This is my
Adam.
You have franchise has been on this show and he has said nothing. He has only given us thumbs up.
Yeah.
He has not said a freaking word. Are you okay? Can you speak? Are you hoarse? I know you went to the Commanders game. You probably are real turned up from that. Are you okay? Should we call the medical facility people? No, you good.
You know what?
How many hands am I holding up? Fingers. That's not hands. Fingers. 2.
Hey, I'm gonna just tell you something, franchise.
1 in the pink. 1. Oh, sorry.
Franchise, come back.
Oh my God. Where is he? What happened?
Come back to me. I'm gonna tell you something. When you're feeling like that, chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
I seen that Saturday Night Live. That shit is hilarious. Did I send it to you?
No, I watched it. That shit was fucking hilarious. It's just like, and watch for the shoe.
It's out. And watch for the shoe.
Hey, say what you want about AEW and their low ratings right now, but Roderick Strong and his Adam shit, fucking Tony Storm and her delirious Audrey Hepburn type personality.
I'm fucking sold on all of that.
Yeah, MJF, Adam Cole, Samoa Joe, like they have.
I want to damn near say the AEW has better characters right now.
Oh, definitely.
Than WWE,
Definitely.
or at least they seem fresher.
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm just everything.
Christian,
was that thumbs up or thumbs down? In franchise,
yeah,
that's
Christian.
thumbs up.
Christian being the TNT champ, but he ain't the TNT champ. Talking about everybody's daddies and mamas right now.
The perfect father, the father of the year, Christian Cage.
No, Christian Cage, father of the year. Nigel will be giving it to you, dog. I love Nigel. Yeah. Nigel, my M word, man. Wow. Here's my English N word.
I just want to say, I know the franchise. If he was able to speak, he would.
If he was able to speak,
if he was able to speak, he would say, we're deriding or whatever. But I just want to say that my man, me and Hollywood's man, because y'all don't think he's championship material. Our man Swerve.
Yo.
First of all, complete fucking path. Huh? What?
Championship material.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so just franchise. All right.
Yeah,
franchise.
Hey, you gonna have to be like
Sammy. He's on the island of irrelevancy.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be like Sammy and start making some signs, man. You can't speak.
You need some signs. Get some paper.
Mid-card at best.
Mid-card at best. Wow.
He spoke for that. Wow, that was trash.
That's crazy.
But I will say, just from a goofy point of view,
I got cats running
Prince,
around in the background.
what is his Prince Nene, Prince Nana?
Prince Nana, yeah.
Nigga, that dance,
dancing
that,
all the way to the bank. He just signed an extension.
that's just
with
funny. I don't know.
He's
I'm
like-
like, give him all the money, give Swerve all the.
Can I say though, like I love the dance,
Yeah.
but I feel like it takes away from the seriousness.
The
of
seriousness.
Swerve. Because it's hard to take him seriously.
I'll
for
give
him
you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
top of the ramp, thinking is
No.
the hot box or the sweat box, whatever you guys were calling it.
Yeah. I mean, look. You can laugh and not take it seriously. He get in the ring and he talk that shit because Adam Page ain't know what to do when he was talking that shit.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, you white motherfucker. You wouldn't have this. Yeah, I was like, I was into that. I was like, yeah, you right. You should be the first black champion, bro. I was turned. Yeah.
I will say this for franchise. Like, we agree a lot about a lot of things, but I wholeheartedly disagree with you on this. And but the thing about it, I will say is I will hope you be open to reassessing the situation once. If I can't even say once because AEW is so fucking stubborn with these fucking motherfuckers that they want to push all the time instead of giving the people, what they want other than those same few people. But if he wins, I can't even say the international championship now that fucking John Moxley has it. He's gonna wrestle every fucking show, all the same people that Orange Cassidy wrestled. But say he was to win the TNT championship or somewhere, down the line the international championship, and he fucking rocks the shit, right? Same way motherfuckers used to do back in the day with the IC belt, TV title, US title. You rock the shit, and then guess what? You move up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they give him the opportunity, because I can see what you're saying now because he ain't even won no title right now. But you give him the opportunity at a singles run. Would you be open to rejudge the situation after a singles run with a title?
Is this an Orange Cassidy thing that Frank said?
He gave a thumbs up for those of you who are listening to just the audio version of this.
Yes,
he gave a thumbs up.
To reassess the situation.
God damn,
you sound like shit.
Like into the Hell in a Cell match. Hey.
But until then, I just don't see it. I think he's a good wrestler. I think he has a nice gimmick. But
it's kind of a sexy voice. Is this your sexy voice? Did you just have sex? Like, what is this? Is it sexy voice or your strained voice or strained from sex voice?
Took the man in the bedroom.
Jennifer, do you want to tell him?
Oh shit!
I had something horrible to say. I'm gonna just keep it inside. Oh wow, she's talented because what she just did to me. Wow, she must be tired. So yeah, that's cool. We'll see how that pans out. One person I did want to talk about, since we're on the subject of AEW and black stars who are not properly utilized, in my humble opinion, Absolute, Pretty Ricky Starks. I'm starting to feel that tingle again about him. I feel like it's sort of faded. I'm feeling the intense promos.
You're gonna feel a strap too. You're gonna feel a strap too.
Wow.
That's his thing now.
The strap. The strap.
No, I ain't talking about that strap. That's Riddle.
That was the Natalie thing that she does with her husband. I don't know. The Riddle. Yeah. Wow. Whew. But I'm starting to, man, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's WWE. I'm just not done with them, but a little tired. A lot of stuff for AEW is clicking, and I find myself for really the first time actually looking forward to the shows and where it's going. Sometimes it doesn't go anywhere, but I don't know. maybe it's WWE fatigue. Why AEW just looks so
It's
appealing to me
it's
right now? But
WW
things are clicking.
It's WWE had their three storylines that they've been running with for the past like year: Bloodline, Dominic Mysterio, and fucking Gunther. Those are the only three storylines they've had, really.
You mean the longest reigning Continental Champion, Gunther?
Yep. And your community theater.
She's a Hall of Famer. She's a Hall of Famer. But anyway, we can talk about that later. Chelsea Green.
What Hall of Fame is that though?
And speaking of Chelsea Green, I'm so sorry that her partner is hurt. Piper Niven.
So I didn't get that. So she's legitimately hurt. I guess that's why she hasn't been showing up. What happened?
She wasn't medically cleared. That's all they said.
Oh fuck.
Hate
Delo,
her.
what do your internet sources tell you about this?
Sources close to the situation is
No one cares.
something. I don't know what's going on.
No one cares.
Be nice.
They care just as much as they care about shit row. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh,
Wow.
Jason, to answer the question, is WWE fatigue because they're out there in Gaithersburg Theater with their little bloodline storyline?
Okay, so you and Antonio.
Anything on SmackDown. My dude is wrestling with the shirt on because he put on like 20, 30 pounds.
Who we talking about, Jimmy?
Yeah, because he's eating good.
Catering bill is nice.
That shit is crazy though. Like you see Jimmy and Jay standing next to each other. It's like Jimmy still wrestling. Like,
Jimmy and Jay apparently.
So I'm going to say this: you guys have been absolutely wrong about the bloodline for the last couple of weeks. Hollywood less so. He has a little bit more sense in that. However, I will say that nothing about the bloodline has made sense in 2 weeks. It's nonsensical. It does not make sense. It's boring. It's pathetic. Not pathetic, but it's 2 weeks. Yeah. Ever since it was April 4th, April 3rd, my birthday.
Yeah, hasn't made sense in 5 months.
Yes, I think it's made perfect sense. It's been good, but it's like Saturday Night Live skit. It's just like, okay, you just like, all right, it's funny at the beginning, like, all right, we got it, and they just drag it on. They've jumped the shark.
That's what we said.
I'll say it. They've lost me. They've lost me officially now. I do like the new music though of Jay Uso. I do no Jimmy Uso, even though he's really I think his wife putting him through it. Yeah. She getting slammed through tables every week.
But she the women's champ though, right? Still,
she is. Every time I see her, a man is slamming her through the table. I mean,
well, y'all just tell me when Jordan Grace is on, so I'll turn to it when Jordan Grace is on. You don't like Jordan Grace, Delo?
No.
Y'all don't like Jordan Grace?
She changed a lot about herself.
Delo's being so politically correct.
I mean, it's okay.
Say it.
It's okay.
I prefer her when she was like thicker. I'm not.
She was thicker?
Yeah, bro. Like and her
more feminine.
Her,
oh shit. She ain't have an Adam's apple then?
No, what I'm saying, it's possible that there are things that she's taking as part of her diet that has changed her.
Yeah. So she's trying to look like her husband Grisham.
Octaves.
Steroids.
Yeah. No, Antonio, how could you say such a thing? It's enhancements.
With her little pit bull
that you get from a doctor in Mexico.
Put Grisham on a leash. We still putting him on a leash. 2023, we still putting his little ass on a leash.
Wow.
Fuck.
Wow.
No, but back to your original point, though, you are right. I feel like Dynamite and Collision has some flow to it. Maybe it's because a certain someone is no longer in the company anymore.
Oh boy, here we go.
You don't have to
Here
book
we
two
go.
Hold on,
Here
though.
we go. Here we
hold
go.
on. So that's the question, though, right?
Okay.
Is it better that he's gone now so that everybody's up there now? Or because I kind of liked it better, it being separate, because then I had to watch John Moxley wrestle on all 3 shows. Like, I get to see everybody now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you didn't like all the different variations of Bullet Club Gold and FTR and CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But it's still, get over that part, and you still had more people on the show that wasn't getting the opportunity on the other 2 shows. And I like that, because those wrestlers I actually prefer to watch more than some of the other wrestlers that's always on Dynamite.
Right. Well, he didn't get along with 95% of the roster. So now it's like, now we're seeing different people on the show. Like Bryan Danielson was never
He got along with FTR.
95%, he just said.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
I mean, he only got along with like 10 people, same 10 people that was on every show. So I think everything flowed better. I actually prefer this feud over Ricky Starks and CM Punk, because I could see Ricky Starks beating Bryan Danielson.
No, but I mean, but Bryan Danielson can actually go still. So I mean, CM Punk was just like, he was just there at this point in his career. He was just there. Like, he got better. He got better than what he first started.
Marginally
but I mean,
better.
that ain't saying much. This is what I'm saying. It ain't saying much. But he was better than when he first started. So I could actually stomach watching him in the ring now, as opposed to when he first came back. And I was just like, what the fuck, yo? Like, but I gotta watch it. I'm a reserve right to judge it, because I didn't watch Collision this past week.
It felt connected.
Last night.
Everything just flowed better, because with Collision is like, like I said, it's a completely different show. Like, it's almost like I don't even know, like Bizarro World or something. It's like all this is happening on Dynamite, and then you just got this Collision show that has nothing to do with
Dynamite
going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll say, I mean, you know, CM Punk definitely was a value add to. Oh my, CM Punk definitely was a value add to the show, but I mean, you know, all things considered,
I'm on my podcast.
minus the ratings, they did take a big, I think, 300K nosedive. That's not nothing. That's not nothing. I think they did a thing that I saw on my internet from my resource from the internet, that I don't know, 300K people stopped watching when Tony Khan announced that CM Punk wouldn't be on the show. So I mean,
and they were all from Chicago.
They were all from Chicago, but that's ratings don't care if they're from one locality. I mean, you know,
it's a bad spot, because they're going to get killed ratings, like with football and all that stuff.
That's gonna happen. I mean, they didn't have that excuse, I don't think, last week, but I mean, now, they're going to definitely get killed. But it's a Saturday show. It's not like, you know, everybody. A lot of people in the industry are saying like, well, you know, of course they're not going to be competitive. Or
I mean, WWE got to fight Monday Night Football too. So I mean, it's
competition. It's competition from everywhere.
I'm sorry, say that again, Delo.
They've been fighting it for 30 years. It's not. I feel like it's at this point. You put on your football's coming on. You try to put on your best show.
Yeah. And again, like I've said before, is what Collision doing better than what was on there before, and that's all that matters. If it's doing better than what they had up there before, and the network is satisfied, then all these wannabe haters that want to just rag on AEW because they want to build WWE up into this just wonderful thing that has never done anything wrong, makes no difference, because if the network is happy and they're doing what they're supposed to, then AEW is going to continue to be on Saturday night.
Yeah, and I forgot who said this, but and I don't know if it's total bullshit, but someone said that AEW, the company itself, was worth $2 billion, which sounds ridiculous, but I don't know. I
I
mean,
believe
they
that.
seem to be. It's worth something. It's worth a lot. I don't know about 2 billion.
It's
Maybe. I
probably
mean,
worth a billion, at least a
yeah.
billion.
Oh, one thing I definitely want to talk about real quick is the possibility of AEW's pay-per-views being on HBO Max. Allegedly, according to internet rumors, there was a deal where AEW's pay-per-views were going to be shown on HBO Max, but the technology wasn't where it needed to be. At first, I was like, oh, this sounds like bullshit. But I actually remembered that a few years ago, Netflix tried to do a live thing. I forget what it was, and they kind of fucked it up. And I don't
I'm gonna
think they've
tell you
done
what
it
it is.
again.
I'm gonna tell you what
There
it
you
is.
go.
Netflix tried to do they every time they tried to go live, it's been fucked up with Netflix. They tried to do the whole Chris Rock thing earlier this year live.
Mm.
It was fucked up. They tried to do the
Love is blind.
Love is Blind, the Love is Blind reunion
Yes, that's
show
what it
live.
was, and that was horrible.
That
Yeah.
thing was horrible. I was mad as hell, by the way, about that. But
Yeah, I was watching it.
it
Live.
was very, I mean, so it's about being able to handle the amount of bandwidth and streams that's coming along with it, or what, or whatever. So yeah, it's hard to do that. So when I saw that, and I was like, it was like they
Yeah,
they
and
wanted
Tony.
to do it, but they couldn't because it just wouldn't have worked out. It made sense. It made sense to me.
Yeah, and Tony, and when he who will never speak of on the podcast again put that message in, and I'm like, if it's got bugs, why would you try it out on your biggest show ever?
Yeah.
Because if it fucks up, it's just a really bad look.
And shit,
Like,
and it happened.
It was a bad look for that franchise. Love is Blind.
it
wait a
weren't.
minute.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
It happened on HBO Max 2 years ago, when they debuted the first episode of the final season of Game of Thrones, and a lot of people who didn't have the cable but they had HBO Max could not get on to watch it because they were trying to stream it live. So streaming is a tricky thing, and you have to have all your ducks in a row.
Yep. You don't try that motherfucker out on the biggest show.
Right.
Yeah.
So
well, maybe they just hire a bunch of old WWE people that have been fired or something, because they are running pay-per-views on first the WWE Network and then what are they on Peacock? I mean, they don't have. I mean, they had some issues when they WWE Network, but nothing major. And now they're on Peacock, and I don't remember a single issue that they're having. So I mean, it can happen, but
I think the thing is that HBO Max was not set up
for streaming.
Netflix wasn't set up for live streaming. That's the whole thing. Like Peacock, HBO, and WWE Network especially, they were set up to do,
they were kind of set up for that.
Set up for it. And I mean, HBO Max was not set up for that. HBO Max was just set up for, hey, I want to watch goddamn The Sopranos. All right, go back and watch The Sopranos.
Yeah.
You want to watch movies and stuff like that, cool. But it wasn't set up for live streaming. So they probably wanted to really do it, and they just was like, not necessarily have the technology, they just didn't have it set up to, contain all that stream. Could you imagine if they did that shit for that thing?
Exactly.
The next thing you know, you just got like a shitload of people, just thousands, millions of people being like, yo, I can't get on. And
pissed off.
And that's something that people who hate AEW because they're not WWE exactly would love. So, see, I told you they're second rate, second rate and shit like that. So it's better to be safe than to be sorry.
And you could lose a lot of fans that you could have gained, because a lot of people watch that show, ain't watched AEW before, but they watch that show, and you try to do something like that and your shit fucks up. Now you done lost these potential fans because you wanted to try out something new that you ain't done before on your biggest show.
So was it going to be on HBO Max for free, or did you have to pay
for free. It's part of the
Yeah,
subscription.
the
I
subscription.
assume. I mean,
I
from
think
what I understand,
I'm going to assume for people who had HBO Max,
yeah.
it was going to be free.
Mm.
But if you didn't have HBO Max, because believe it or not, there are people who still don't have HBO Max, they would have to get it through.
Hold on, ain't it different now? Ain't it just Max now or something?
It's
I
just
mean,
Max.
it's just Max, but people still call it HBO Max.
His mama named it HBO Max. I'm gonna
Yeah.
name it. I'm gonna say it.
It's
HBO
called it
Max,
Max or whatever. Yeah.
So hold on. So I mean, because I've stopped my Max, whatever. So is HBO stuff still on Max or?
Yeah. It's just a rebrand.
It's
That's
a
all.
rebranding.
They
because
just
the person,
I'll put it like this.
The person that was brought in to be CEO of Warner Brothers, he was a Discovery guy, and he, I think, or partially a Discovery guy. So he values, for some reason, the Discovery name, and Warner Brothers has been fraught with horrible bombing DC movies. Black Adam, not being one of them.
Think about it like this.
Yeah,
it used to be called the Facebook.
And then Facebook,
and then
take
just
off the
call it just
or
face.
Or Twitter, which is still Twitter.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, but that's a good example. So that would be interesting. I mean, I have yet to buy a AEW pay-per-view because
you were though.
I was so close. I was so close, Delo, but no. I just couldn't spend that $50. But WWE has spoiled me. I'm used to getting my pay-per-views virtually for free. I'm just saying that's the business model. They're not UFC, they're not boxing, some boxing. So I don't know. Another interesting bit of news that happened on Collision on Saturday that I watched that followed up being actually true and maybe not, a storyline was, in my personal biased opinion, Daniel Bryan, the greatest wrestler in the nation.
Hey, him and Zack Sabre, yo.
Yeah, well,
I can't wait for that shit, yo.
Yeah. Well, I was going to actually say the fact that he is thinking about not necessarily retiring, but from what I hear, going on a part-time schedule starting next year. I thought that was interesting.
It's about time, though, man. He's getting injured a lot lately, man. He's getting up there, man. And he's getting all his dream matches that he wanted now. So what else is there for him? He don't care about the world title.
I guess maybe people think in this point of his career he's above the world title, but I've never prescribed to that. I think if you're not wrestling for the title, then what are you wrestling for? Unless you're just really old and you're like the Undertaker.
The betterment of the business.
But the business to me should always revolve around competing and being the best, whatever that is. Of course, I mean in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Like you should always be competing for that. That should be. I don't know. I guess I'm old fashioned, but I just.
I mean, Undertaker, he was above the world title to a certain point.
Yeah, in his 50s. Daniel Bryan, absolutely in his 50s should be above the title, but not in his prime.
Daniel Bryan's not in his prime. Stop
not
it.
We
know you love him. He's not.
Well,
prime.
in the sliding,
he's on the downward shift. He's Kobe Bryant.
His downward shift is still.
He's Kobe Bryant after the
top in the wrestling business. Even at his downward slope, he's still like the
Kobe
top
after the
three wrestlers.
Kobe after Achilles. No. I mean, Kobe did bang 60 his last game.
I mean, Kobe can still give you. So, and that's not a disrespect thing. I just think that Daniel's not in his prime. He's not in his prime no more. He's going the downward slope. He's on the downward slope of his prime. I think he's still good enough to put on good matches and everything. I think that him and Sabre is going to put on a good match. Do I think he's the best guy in the company? But that's just me.
Who is the best guy in the company?
What about LeBron now? Like he only plays 60 games, but the 60 games you get is like elite. Because Kobe after the Achilles broke it down like
D-Lo, that's actually a good one. Yeah. I like that.
Like like Daniel Bryan may not wrestle every week, but when he does, he's probably gonna give you a 5-star match.
4 or 5 star, 4 at the least. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I still don't think he's the best in the company right now.
And he's into. I mean, to me, it's not just wrestling because, no, I'm not going to go there. That's the low hanging fruit. But I mean, there are in both companies. There's a lot of people that do the flippy flip stuff, and they're great, and they have put on 5-star matches. But I think, to me, and maybe this is just the WWE. WWE has just put that imprint on me. To me, to be an elite like Mount Rushmore, considered down the line to be in that Mount Rushmore of like this era, you can't. 5-star matches will only get you so far. It's like
I think
how
he's.
over you are.
I think he's not even a part of this
are.
era. I don't think he's in this era. I think his era is over with. This is the new era. He's not in this era. He's not in this era. He's not in this era.
Crazy statement.
No, it's
How
not.
is not? If he's not in his prime,
it's not his era.
It's not his era. That makes sense.
It's not his era. It's not.
If he's nearing the end of his career, he's not in this era.
Like, not in this era. Yeah, he's not. I'm sorry. This is not his era. If it's in the career, his era was that period. His era is that period in between where it was like him, Punk, when Punk was in anything. That's their era right there. You want to add? I don't fucking know. Okada in that era right there. In that era, whatever. Like that's like.
This is Ospreay's era right now.
Not go that far either, but
Ospreay isn't over enough to be in any type of era. Much as I like him,
but yeah,
that's an interesting concept. What do y'all consider like era? Like, can y'all define that? Because I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
It is weird because when you think about his career, like it's had a lot of stop and goes. So it's like, where do you fit him? Because he got fired because he choked someone out with the tie on TV. Then he came back. Then he did the whole.
He deserved it.
Then he did the whole yes movement and won the belt. And then he had to retire because of concussions.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like it's hard. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if I think how you guys are defining era, which is like when it's all about that run wrestler. Okay, I think I know. So to me, right now, for the last 3 years, it's been the Roman Reigns era. It's been the Roman Reigns
and
era.
Seth too.
And Seth,
yeah,
lowercase, yeah, but it's been
lowercase.
Come on,
lowercase.
Yeah, he's
lowercase.
Come on,
lowercase.
Like
Seth Rollins is a lower.
The Macho Man. He's the Macho Man.
This has been the hard wrestling podcast. This might
Hogan. It was his era. It wasn't the Macho Man and Hogan era. It was the Hogan era. It was the Rock era. Actually, it was a Stone Cold and Rock era.
It was Stone Cold. No, it was Stone Cold.
It was the Stone Cold and Rock era.
Seth Rollins,
two of the greatest in the same era, which has really never happened. Two kind of equal, in my opinion. You can have a different opinion, but I don't think
is a role player in the Roman Reigns era.
No, what Jason said is more so right. He's like the Macho Man to Hulk Hogan. Because hold on,
no, huge part of this era.
No, because Macho Man is a much better wrestler than Hulk Hogan.
Much better. Because
Hulk Hogan was the actual star.
Yeah.
So, and that's how I looked at
Roman Reigns is the actual star.
Roman Reigns.
Stone Cold, Rock were the actual stars. Rock was a bigger star later, but Stone Cold in the beginning
they were both stars, though.
Nuclear.
You can't say Macho Man won a star. He was a fucking star.
He was a star.
But when
nuclear star.
But when you look at wrestling,
Cody Rhodes is more Macho Man than Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is like
but Cody, but I'm looking at the fact of WWE. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been Roman and Seth in WWE. Cody ain't been in WWE. He was in AEW. So that's
getting booed.
No, but that's like saying Hulk Hogan and then saying somebody in WCW was what I'm saying. So I'm comparing the company.
Okay, we can say that's probably more fair.
I don't think Seth belongs in the conversation, to be honest.
Wow. I ain't gonna go that far. Now that's okay. Talk about it.
I think his gimmick sucks. Like he's out here dressed like a Teletubby.
His Karen gimmick sucks?
He's out there dressed like a Teletubby with the world championship around his waist. It's hard to take him seriously. the only reason why they put the belt on him is because the main dude, the one that makes everybody money, wants to take 3 months off. So they got
the one that didn't even beat him.
I'm putting Delo up first.
Like they just gave him a belt just because, and he's in a shitty feud with Nakamura. Like they keep going. Like
I would say you say it's a shitty feud.
At least he in a feud. Roman ain't even doing nothing.
Good.
Seth Rollins is asking for a rematch after he beat the dude clean. Like, why are we doing this still? I just feel like Seth Rollins is a good number 2, number 3 as like a top star, but I don't think he's savage to Roman Reigns as Hogan. I think he's more like a fucking Piper or Ricky, like that third guy, third or fourth guy on the depth chart.
Franchise, go, sir.
I found your particular brand of crack amusing, Delo, in this conversation. All right. All right. So
it just keep calling me, man. It just keep calling me.
So this is what we not. This is what we not gonna do. We are not.
Yeah, that was pretty good, Delo.
Hold on.
He's a professional. You see him?
Give us a minute after that. You gotta give us
a minute. Give us a minute.
Hold on.
What we not gonna do is be disrespectful and forget all about the Beast Slayer mode of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and the Authority when he was the WWE champion running on. I am not goddamn finished. I'm woke now. I am not finished. We are not gonna do
Intercontinental. Sorry.
We're not gonna sit here and forget the first man ever to cash in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania on who? Oh, fucking Roman Reigns. We are not gonna sit here and fucking We're not gonna sit here and forget that Roman Reigns was getting goddamn booed before he came back from leukemia with his teeth fixed and shit. We are not gonna forget this, okay? Seth Rollins is in this fucking conversation for that era of that Shield era. And you can shake your head no all you want. I have spit nothing but fucking facts right here.
Seth Rollins. Real quick, Greg. Do you notice how good franchise is talking now?
You being a prisoner of the moment right now, Delo, with these last 3 years of Roman Reigns, because an era is not just 3 years.
Prisoner,
right? The era ain't just 3 years.
Right, but look at him now. He's out there dressed like Liberace, and and we're calling him world champion. Like,
but that ain't got nothing to do with his in-ring skills.
But you know what though? He's over as hell, and he is the best worker in the damn company.
It has been.
It has nothing to do.
Okay, let Delo talk. Go ahead.
I'm not saying ring work is bad. I'm just saying Randy Macho Man Savage is fucking Randy Macho Man Savage. Like, we're talking about icons, bro. Icons. If you think about a Mount Rushmore, let's say you got 3 Mount Rushmores, Savage is going to be on one of them. Rollins, probably not, I feel. At least not on the first.
Are you saying in the totality of like wrestling, like top 10 of all times, or because I think we're saying era, like this era.
Roman Reigns era has been the last 10 years or whatever it's been. I disagree that Seth Rollins is Macho Man Savage to his Hogan. That's putting him. I feel like he's a tier below. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's Barry Horowitz in this era.
Brooklyn
Brawler. Like, I'm saying, like, he's on that second level.
Eugene.
Like somebody.
You calling this nigga Brutus Beefcake, yo? I can't get over this. What the fuck?
Seth Rollins with Jim Duggan.
What are we talking about here? What are we doing here?
I knew it was coming, just like Brutus TSA agent. I knew it was coming.
What are we doing here, man? Oh my god!
I knew it was coming.
I mean, that's a big compliment, and I don't see Seth Rollins as being that range.
Okay, but let me ask you this:
who do you see?
That whole era, this whole era, who do you think are the 4 Rushmores of the era of?
Can you define the era? Let's define the era.
I'd say the last 10 years.
The last 10 years?
10. That includes Cena, doesn't it?
Roman Reigns?
Okay, fine. 10 years, whatever.
No, you can say 5 or 6.
Okay, 5, 6 years. Yeah.
5 or 6.
Okay.
Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, I would say just with
Brock's
the
got to be put in
impact.
that conversation.
Who?
I said Brock does have to be put in that conversation. I didn't even think
I
about
feel
him.
like Brock is more the savage to Roman Reigns' Hogan than Seth Rollins is. Goddamn, Brock and Roman been feuding on WrestleManias for like 5 or 6 WrestleManias in the last 10 years.
But 4 of them have sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Roman
Reigns didn't look like no Hogan. Reigns didn't look like Hogan in that feud.
I will say this, in Delo's, I will say this. I think first of all, I don't agree with Delo, but at all.
Let me start.
But let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you. But I mean, just from a wrestling point of view, I mean, to me, you got to put stuff that. But from a box office, people out, because I always think of what puts you on that stratosphere of just not being a wrestling star, which is what mostly AEW has, to like the stratosphere, which, you know, you got pop culture recognition. Brock Lesnar is that guy. So an argument could be made that Brock Lesnar in this era, and plus looking at the stuff he did before and beating the Undertaker, which was catastrophic in a good way to the industry. I mean, you
If
you
I had to
put him.
I put it like this: if I
here's
had
the
to
number
name,
2 slot for this era.
if I had to name 4 people in the era for the last 10 years, and it's simple as hell. It's a simple damn list. It's Roman, it's Brock, it's Seth, and you can like it or not, it's fucking Bray Wyatt. Like it or not, it's Bray Wyatt. From the WWE, last 10 years in WWE, that is the era right there. Delo's like, I do not want to speak ill of the dead.
No, go ahead.
Bray was my third guy. The fourth guy was Randy Orton.
I don't think so.
But do we put Randy Orton? Because to me,
I would say better.
And Daniel Bryan
kind
of exist in a time.
Randy
it's such a long career though, because you can put him in
a
couple different eras.
In my opinion, Randy is really in 2 eras.
Yeah,
the first era that he's in was Cena. Yeah, it was the era that had Cena, him, Batista, and Brock Lesnar. That was their era. That was their era right there. And then if you go into the next era after that, that's when you got Cena, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and probably CM Punk in that era right there. And then that's when you come back to the new era, with the next era where Brock came back, where it was Brock, Seth, Bray, and who the fuck did I just got there?
Daniel, do you want to put Daniel Bryan in that conversation?
He already said no.
I wouldn't
CM Punk era. He was in the CM Punk.
I put Daniel Bryan in the CM Punk era. The only problem with that with putting Daniel Bryan, trying to put him there, that's when he was injured and out, and it was like, and he was always off and on because he kept getting hurt. That was his problem right there. That's the one big.
He didn't have longevity in that era.
In that era.
He was over as fuck, but he didn't get the longevity.
He was always over as fuck. Yeah.
So so I got Seth, go Bray, ahead, Rock. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've all been watching wrestling since we were like little kids. When I think of Randy Savage, I think of iconic. This is like probably one of the first 5 names that you'll say when you think about wrestling. Cody Rhodes has had a bigger impact in the year that he's been there than Seth Rollins has had in the last 10 years.
I think
I can't say that.
I think no, man.
No, I don't think we can say that.
No, you can't do that, man. That's being disrespectful, man.
Because I think of moments. That.
But his moment was 9 years ago.
Who, Seth?
Seth?
When he did the Money in the Bank cash in.
No, that was just the start.
That was
the start. The start of his era really
and
was when he backstabbed the Shield.
Yeah,
and that's when he was in the Authority, and he won the Money in the Bank.
I thought that reign was like top notch. He was on the top of his game. He was like the best wrestler.
Remember,
overall package for that year.
Remember, he was the king. That year. He had his feud with Triple H, the King Slayer. Then he had his feud with Brock as the Beast Slayer. Like they was
had a
going
horrible
at
feud with Sting, but I mean he did a feud with Sting.
But
still, he's feuded with fucking Sting. Not many people did that in WWE.
But Delo, you said Macho Man most iconic. Like we're talking about the older wrestlers, like in the future of what fans will be talking about Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. We can't really speak about them right now because they're still going. We're speaking about those icons like that, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, all of them, because their time is come and gone, and we grew up on them. So they were like our guys. These aren't our guys. Roman Reigns and stuff, like we respect them and everything they've done, but they're not our guys. They're not the guys we grew up. You're watching the ones that made us love wrestling. So we're not going to speak about them in the same way that we talk about Ric Flair and
It's like comparing your childhood to shit that's going on now. That's why
it's just different.
But having a conversation about like Jordan or anybody before that, Magic, and having a conversation with Kobe and LeBron, it's generational. You're going to get someone's childhood and memory. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
That's probably Brock more than Seth. I think it's Roman and Seth is like that third guy probably.
I get it. I mean,
I
think a conversation could be made. I'd say them,
but
Brock,
Seth is there.
But say he's not in the conversation.
Seth is there.
That's a bold.
His gimmick the last like 2 or 3 years has really like, shout out to Riddle, rubbed me the wrong way because it's just like
it was the big red boots, wasn't it? It was those big red boots, wasn't it?
I think it's hard to take him seriously when he's got wearing silk curtains everywhere,
panties and lace and
I'm just like, this is not. It's like with the Big E thing where he still kept
rating his hips.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to take them too seriously.
Big meat
like
slapping.
Oh,
and he only got the belt because he bitched.
Hold on. Speaking of New Day, I'm so glad Xavier Woods got his hair back instead of looking like the girl on Fortnite with the braids and shit. Like I was like, what the fuck is wrong with Xavier Woods, man? Looking like the chick on Fortnite.
He'd be bored. He ready to play his video games. I feel like he's checked out without
without back into the fro or whatever that shit is, because that
it is kind of sad seeing them like kind of go on that downswing of their career. Like you're seeing it in like real time. It is kind of sad though, a little bit.
They had their moment in the spot.
They had their moment.
They had a lot longer than we all thought they would.
Long time. And have been over for the the fans never turned on them. They had a great podcast. They had 2 great historic moments. Well, really one with Kofi Mania. Never broke up.
And I like how they rode for Kofi though. You know what I'm saying? They rode for Kofi.
That was dope. That's their mark on wrestling
and honestly,
history.
I'll say this one more point. We talking about like eras, who's the Mount Rushmore of this era. We're just talking about male wrestlers. I feel like Charlotte Flair, even though she's been champion 27 times, he's had a big impact. Becky Lynch.
All the 4 horsemen.
Sasha Banks.
All of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oscar.
So awesome.
Don't you dare talk about Oscar.
I don't think so.
She's been. I can't with you today. I can't with you today. Man, I had one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys. But I know. We talked 2 things actually. This will make franchise very happy. Even though he's a Nazi.
Oh God.
Even though I still don't see the WWE putting the world championship title on him. Maybe the one that Seth Rollins hold. I'll give you that now because it's a secondary title. I don't see him getting a universal.
Definitely.
I'm moving the goalpost a little bit. I get that. I will say, I fucking like Gunther now. Like it's his match with Shorty G, because that's what I'm gonna call him from now on for the rest of his life. His match with Shorty G, beautiful.
As soon as WWE say somebody's family is in the crowd, they catching the L. That shit crazy.
I don't know why they did that though.
With their kids.
I don't know why they did that though. If they knew if he was gonna break the record, that made no sense to me.
It's WWE. If you wrestle in your hometown or your family is in attendance, you catching that L, yo.
Catching that L hard.
Or you getting your ass whipped in front of your damn parents.
Yeah.
On fire like Jim Ross.
They did that to Bianca Belair. That she was the latest victim before this one, because it looked like she got past that curse, and then somebody
they even did that shit. They even did that shit to the fucking Miz, and they took liberties to beat Miz daddy ass in front of him. So for the part of it. So I'm just saying,
that was great.
But time out. Say it again, Jason. What you say about Gunther? Go ahead.
He's a Nazi.
You like it?
He's our favorite Nazi. He may not be your Nazi, but he's our Nazi. I love Gunther.
I'm your scumbag.
I'm your scumbag. Real quick, I want to get off the tee of AEW, but I when I think they're doing a shitty job when Tony Yayo I think is doing a shitty job, I call him. When I think they're doing great, MJF,
that segment was like 30 minutes, yo.
I fucks with it.
I'm just saying it was like a 30-minute segment, and I didn't even complain about it. I was like, that shit was long as fuck, but I was like, okay. Adam!
Wow. The thing about AEW is that they do have really good wrestlers, but all shows are plagued by really shitty high flyers that do moves that don't make sense, that don't hurt, that don't look believable, and are done by 150-pound men. But I had to put something out there. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, we should make this a thing. Like he about to beat somebody's ass. Hope it's legal. He's about to do what? Nothing. Well, one last thing I want to talk about is my baby, the Black Queen of AEW, the main event, the main attraction, the star, the diamond of the women's women's division, Jade Cargill. She does the shit. Is back. I'm very excited. I was very excited until I realized the way that they brought her back is stupid. Because why are you still going for the title, the lesser title? I know she doesn't have she's no you know what? I'm not going to insult her. No, I'm not going to insult the other person. I know she's not a four horsewomen. She's not. There you go. But she does okay. But AEW's women's division has gotten a lot better. But the current champion really can't wrestle because she's broken down. That's not nice to say, but I mean, what would be the harm of putting Jade Cargill in the main women's division for AEW? I really liked her coming back. I'm glad she came back. All right, Delo, go.
Because maybe the main title is set up for Sasha.
Well, we can see them fight. We can see Cargill lose.
Hold on, but
why put her in the secondary title?
It'd be dope.
Stratlander, her and Jay are not in the same league from a presentation.
It'd be dope. It'd be dope. Something different. That she came back, right? She came. I didn't see. I saw the clip of it, but she came back to avenge, that loss against Statlander. Because first of all, Statlander didn't like wrestle her, straight up. She wrestled her after she had a grueling match with Taya, Valkyrie. And since she came back, right, Russell Statlander beat her. And then when they go to give her the TBS title, she take it and just put it down and say, "No, I want the world title," and just walk away. That would be dope. But it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, and it'll be shitting on all the women that ever get that.
No, I just think it's her coming. I just think it's her coming back trying to avenge the tainted loss that she had against against Statland. I mean, I'm not looking too deep into it and this and that. It's just, I think that's all it is. She wants to avenge the one L on her ledger, like you said, from a match that was a BS. I ain't gonna say a BS match, but she had just finished, like Punch said, having a grueling match with Valkyrie, and all of a sudden, think of it like this. The chick cashed in her money in the bank on her after getting her ass, after having a hell of a match. Think about the first time we ever saw the Money in the Bank get cashed in. Cena was in New Year's Revolution, that damn Hell in a Cell match. He looked like he had got goddamn. He looked like a damn extra from Return of the Living Dead, busted open, bleeding, half dead. And then Vince McMahon said they had just cashed it in, and he turned and looked up like, "What the fuck?" He got speared out his damn jorts and got pinned.
Well, it certainly wasn't that.
My claim cup.
Oh,
listen.
Scissor me, daddy. Hollywood. One last thing. I'm trying to be positive. I get the direction that they're going now.
There's no such thing as positivity with you, Jason.
Wow. But the Hurt Business 2.0, I think they're going to make them baby faces. I'm really trying to make sense of this. So they need a baby face faction, even though it's only 3 people, but that makes sense. To fight against the bad guys, the other bad guy factions.
Who brought this up last week?
I don't know.
All hail
we all didn't like it.
No, I just said I brought it up last week. Was like, what the fuck is this? What is their name? What is this? Are they the street? Are they the street business? They're the street hurt. Are they the hurt profits?
Hurt people. Like,
I mean, what the fuck is going on? Like,
I think they're going more towards a babyface faction. I get that part.
Why, but the thing is, I get why, because I get why, but they're doing it because I think they're like, damn, people love fucking Bobby Lashley. We had this conversation a couple of months ago too, but neither here nor there. People love fucking Bobby Lashley. Yes, and you can shake your head, Jason, because I said this about
or he
2
would have a
months ago.
championship.
They don't. Do you?
Hold on, you just said because you said people don't love him because he doesn't have a championship.
No,
ladies and
saying
gentlemen, this has been
that
the
if people love him, like
people love him, he have a championship.
Said that people really like Bobby, and I like Bobby, but Bobby is not even in Seth's tier.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Hard R podcast. We've done this show long enough. If Delo,
the truth hurts.
If I found Delo's particular brand of crack,
obviously Jason has found it. Obviously Jason has found it.
And I need you to get off heroin. I need you to get off wrestling heroin that is called Bobby Lashley. As much as I love him, sorry.
I got the hook.
Dun.
Good buddy TK.
It's trickled on down. So now I see that nobody can be in the screen under Delo right now. It's trickled on down.
I mean, is it controversial to say Bobby's not on Seth's tier?
According to the franchise, it is.
No, I mean
Bobby still can't cut a promo.
Oh shit.
He still don't got eyebrows. He still got alopecia.
Well, he's got.
What the fuck? You better because he got a goddamn condition.
Yeah, that's fucked up. See, I was gonna say something about the alopecia, but I wasn't gonna make a joke about this shit. God damn, motherfucker. You ain't got no hair on your head. Your head got alopecia?
Maybe I got alopecia, nigga.
The fuck?
Maybe I got alopecia. Okay,
you love it, Bobby.
Just like black people can say the N-word, maybe I can say it because I got alopecia.
Bobby ain't married to Will Smith, he would have slapped the shit out of you.
You mean Jada?
Wow.
She has alopecia. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. That was good. That was good. One, actually.
That doesn't mean Bobby sucks. He's just
at
a certain level, and that's
wow.
He's up there. I mean, he's probably top 5 guys in the company.
They haven't allowed Bobby to get to that level. They haven't allowed him to get to that level.
He got to the level. He was the man with people. With people.
But that's the thing. It didn't last that long though. They took it from him. You know what I'm saying?
That was stupid.
They took it from him.
They did.
It's not that he can't be on that level. It's just they won't let him.
But he needs people to get him to that level.
No, he don't.
That where he was.
He's over by himself. He don't need nobody.
He's overish.
Do you not hear the motherfucker chanting Bobby whenever he comes out? What the fuck are we talking about here, Jason?
No, I don't. I hear them go, oh, I hear them
and they're doing the same thing for Bobby when he comes out.
I hear them chanting for LA
I
Knight.
do
the Cody thing. I don't hear them going, dun, 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 dun. They don't do it because he's not a charismatic person. Wow. And that's okay.
Speaking of,
that's great.
Speaking of LA Knight, did y'all see what he said in the jank about the game and the shot he did at Nash?
Yeah, that was pretty slick. I like that.
I wonder what Nash goes.
And it's funny at the time I didn't realize. I was like, "Yo,
I saw it. I was like,
oh yeah, that don't mean that dumbass.
That don't mean Kevin Nash wrong though either.
I can't believe
Kevin Nash was not entirely wrong.
No, he wasn't.
Like I said, it doesn't mean Kevin Nash is wrong. Yeah. And I mean, what the man said, you an Attitude Era fanboy.
Kevin Nash was schooled or talked to because he put his tail behind his legs. He's like, hey, I wasn't as schooled as I thought it was, and he's a good hand. So somebody got to him.
I mean,
somebody got to him. He did the apology tour. He took it back. So I think they got a big plan. And I hear that's the new thing with him is like they see him as a top baby face. They're not wrong. I don't know how long it's going to last. I think we all have questions about that. Okay. But
I don't know. Let me see that again.
Like, are y'all sure y'all want to do that? Like, I mean, good for him for making money, but like, is this just like a little fad thing going on?
That's how this app is.
It's a fad.
Say that again?
Is it a fad?
It's a fad.
So I got her homeboy.
We'll see.
F-A-D. Just to clarify.
F-A-D, not the other word that we want to cancel
F-A-D. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he is.
That's going to get tiring. If they don't put him with the right person, because he is a wrestler of a particular age. He's a wrestler of a particular age, so he ain't gonna be wrestling in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
I mean, look,
5.
You can't.
They gotta. The iron is hot now. They gotta let him cook now.
You can't even say that because Damian Priest is older than him, and Damian Priest still going.
Damian Priest ain't gonna be wrestling in 5 years. That's what I'm saying. With both of them, they both have to cook now because they're older.
He wrestles a good style though. LA Knight is more like that, 1990 low
rock. Stone Cold at the end of his.
He's a short dude with a big body. The way that Vince likes him. Only thing is he's not like
the way Vince.
Only reason he's not 6'7". He's not 6'7". Yeah. If he was 6'7" with his build like that, Vince. But he's just like he's 6 foot. He's like 6'1".
Yeah.
With the same with the build of what Vince McMahon like. And I'm not in LA Knight. Look, the crowd likes him. Or whatever he does his thing or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that, but it's just like, how long is this gonna last?
Yeah, real quick, we got to go. Absolute last topic because I want to get your thoughts on this. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. But John Cena has returned. He's going to wrestle a couple of dates. What do you guys think so far? I think so far so good.
I just hope no more his hair fall out. God damn.
I'm very offended.
Plugs.
He should put a plug right there. At that point, I mean, you can get away with it. It's okay, John.
He's suffering from the HBK, except his hair is not long enough.
HBK looks terrible, dog.
HBK does look. He's like cockeyed and
It's like when he does the interviews, one eye is going this way, and then the other one's staring directly at you.
And the other one's going,
And he can actually fix it too. Someone asked him about it because WWE's are assholes, and they asked him about. He was like, "Nah, I just don't want to do the surgery." I'm like, "You look stupid. Like, get that surgery immediately, dog."
That eye back in place.
So let's just super kick him in there.
Super kick him in the face.
Oh my god.
Shout out to HBK. We love you, but you look crazy. You're doing a great job at NXT.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I said, oh.
Oh. If you guys would like to reach out to us, you can reach us at
USA.
I knew it. At Wrestling Hard or IG hard_R_wrestling or the Fantasy Federation on Facebook.
Adam!
or you can reach us at Anchor or Apple Podcasts. But I'm done. Or what are we on? Twitter, Twatch. I don't
Twitter,
know.
tough guy. Oh!
I don't know. We'll Delo, take us out after her. Go ahead.
The Intercontinental Champion. Good job.
Ludwig.